Hello, Marvel duders, dudettes, and everything in between, because as you know, Marvel is all-inclusive, and so is Redux. Welcome to my channel here on YouTube. I am Napalm Dawn. You're on G for G. Today we are in MAAR Redux Beta 5.5. So Beta 5.5 is a internal tester build only. This is a build to test features that will be coming in Beta 6. This is not available to the public, so I cannot give it to you. However, I will make sure that the download link, the Discord link, and the Facebook link for 5.2 will be down in the description. I haven't put it there in a while because we haven't been dealing with downloads, but I will make sure you have a fresh link to 5.2, our Discord, and Facebook. As always, we will start off the video with several notes. There is not going to be a mobile version. Do not ask about it. If you want to play this on mobile, get yourself a portable Windows device like a Lenovo Legion Go or an Asus ROG, or yes, even a Steam Deck. Redux is confirmed as working on a Steam Deck, but it will not be on Android devices or iOS devices or Chrome devices. If you are having issues running 5.2, please look at my channel for the tips and tricks and bugs video. It is several months old at this point, but it is there. It will show you how to get past some problems with 5.2, like getting stuck at the loading screen and things of that nature. If you are in a country where English is not the primary language for your Windows installation, you may have to change your Windows over to English for it to function properly. I've seen a lot of questions on that. In terms of features that are coming in Beta 6, you will have to just watch the videos on my channel. Some of them have been discussed, and you'll see a few things here. One of the things that will be coming is the fact that you can visit ally maps and collect from your allies directly. This is the save that I had from version 5.1 that I moved into 5.2, and for testing purposes, I moved it into 5.5. Goofy has said that the code will change significantly between the 5 series and the 6 series, so likely we will all be starting back at square one with a level 1 agent and a fresh save. I can tell you that playing 5.5 as a fresh save, the struggle is real. You will definitely be, if you do not turn on cheats mode, you will definitely be struggling for your silver and your command points and shield points, but not in a bad way, in a way that the game originally worked out. Goofy has taken a lot of feedback on this, and he's looking into the spinners. The spinners have always been fair, but he's going to look to make sure that they are, they have really solid choices. They are weighted appropriately. So in case you don't know this, when Playdom had Marvel Avengers Alliance, Playdom was in the business of making money. So the spinners were weighted to give you the trash like 75% of the time, and all the good stuff was maybe only a 25% chance. When you are playing Redux, whether it is a beta or when it goes live, each square over here will have, in fact, a 1 in 9 chance. So you have an equal chance to get this Loki staff as you do to get the 30 command points, as you do to get the 25,000 silver over here, and the 20 gold. This spinner is not weighted. This is not weighted dice over here. The house is not cheating. So that is something that will be fixed. Also coming in Beta 6, the distress calls will be working. Inventory in combat will be working, and you'll see a little bit of that today. And also some Lockbox characters will be available. The missions will go up to everything in Season 1. So things that are in Season 2 will not be available in Beta 6, but you will be able to, of course, get to the infamous farming mission over there in Chapter 12. Now, if you have been catching my streams over the past week and then the week prior to Christmas, you'll know that I have been playing around with lockboxes. This is my cheat save. So I went into the store, I went to supplies, and I went to the lockboxes. We bought the magnetic lockboxes, and we unlocked Magneto. This is something that Goofy said would be available to test in Beta 5.5. Because we like to break the game as much as we possibly can, when it comes to things, we have been experimenting with unlocking other characters through lockboxes. And needless to say, things that are in Season 1 are relatively functional. Things that are beyond Season 1 don't seem to work particularly well. And that's fine. That is working as intended. So, for example, Elektra did not unlock properly. When we went and got enough shadowy boxes to get all the electric covers, we did in fact unlock Iron Man 1,000 times. Every time you clicked the button, it unlocked Iron Man, and it played the fanfare. It was really hysterical. You have a few days to go over to my Twitch channel, look at Tuesday's stream, and see that in action. Now, I'm not going to spoil you on some of the surprises here, but we are going to go ahead and try to see what happens in getting Juggernaut. So far in testing, it seems like we have needed about 160 or so lockboxes to unlock a character. Usually the first 2 to 3 covers, maybe as far up to 4, we typically do not get duplicates, even as high as 5 before the duplicates roll in. However, when you get to the 5 or 6 range and you only need 2 or 3 left, that's when you'll start seeing a lot of duplicates. That is, I think that is the bleed scroll over there. I think that's the one that causes bleeding on you, and then when you use it, it causes bleeding on the enemy team. So there is definitely very interesting gear in these lockboxes. We played around with the Electro lockboxes, and the gear that dropped from it did not function particularly well. Again, we are shooting beyond the scope of this beta. So as you can see, we have 4, and we have 4 left to go. So we're halfway through. No duplicates yet. All right, so now we're at 5. This is probably when we're going to enter Dupe City over here. Yep, there it is. However, I built up a buffer and had bought about 160 of them. So we will see how this goes. All right, more Dupe City. That's that little shocky gun. All right, Duplicate City. We've got 70 more to go before we have to buy more. Duplicate City. We might actually fill up the bonus bar. Duplicate City. Yeah, okay, so we're going to get a guaranteed cover because we have filled up the bonus bar. And as you can see, the pity timer, or the bonus bar, is in fact working. We have 2 left to go, and we have 40 boxes to open. I predict we will not get it. Oh, okay. 1 left to go, and we've got 30 boxes. I think we're going to get some dupes. Duplicate. And I think we're going to have to buy some more. Oh, hey, great. So I had bought 160, and we got it done in 150, so that's about the average. So Juggernaut is unlocked. As you can see, his character art is working. His initial introductory speech worked. We've got a lot of people that are ready for training. We're going to pick some fast trainers over here. So there is Juggernaut. There is Magneto. And I guess now we can dispense with the spoilers. There is Omega Sentinel, and there is Satana. let me tell you, that is massive nostalgia to be playing with Satana again, because during the stream this week, we unlocked Satana on the boxes. Now, not all of this works as much as you would expect. We're going to go ahead and bring Satana and Juggernaut to this combat. I have not tested Juggernaut yet, so I don't know if he works. So we're going to be doing this together. Wow, that's pretty good, and it has a stun. Satana's damage is actually, it's really, really good. There is a bit of a problem with her buffs and debuffs that go out to the team. They're working appropriately. However, you are seeing a lot of behind the scenes calculations on the buffs and debuffs. You're not supposed to see these red gold bordered ones. Goofy has been watching the stream this week, and he saw this, so he is aware of it. By the way, if you haven't been coming by the stream, I would suggest the next few weeks is probably a good time to do so, because it does seem like Goofy has been sticking his head in to see how the beta testing goes. So it is a good way to hang out and chill with the major coding developer of the game. Yeah, and it's always nice, like, it's sort of like a singer at a concert walking out into the stands, really, is what it is. So far, so good with Juggernaut. We'll see what happens when he gets his second turn. Holy shit. Wow, that was a lot of damage. The reason why Juggernaut countered is because of the suit that I'm wearing. I gave combat reflexes to the entire team, and Juggernaut just absolutely mauled that dude. Damn it. Holy shit, Juggernaut is doing a bucket of damage. Wow. Let's keep that trend going, and let's go punch. Oh my god. Yeah, I would say Juggernaut is performing particularly well. I am quite happy to see this. And yes, Satana does a lot of damage, and her crits are very good. Now, mind you, the team is being buffed by Satana, and as soon as I get control of my tooltips again, I will show you, or I won't. Okay, I'm not going to show you, but remember, Satana does give you some effects that are good and some effects that are bad. So as you can see, Juggernaut is doing fantastic. We got energy from the spinner. And for our boss, it looks like Sif is a team up. So we're actually going to bring Magneto to this, so you get to see him in action. There is a specific reason why I'm avoiding Omega Sentinel at the moment. We will touch upon that in a little bit when we get into a fresh mission over here. By the way, this combination, shout out to Agent Hydra on Discord, or Agent Henri that comes by the Twitch stream. He was the one that said, hey, if I'm using this infiltrator uniform, go get these specific ISOs. So one of them is Shadow Walker, that says everything I do is now magic and applies Bane. I also have a random chance to apply Dark Forces to enemies when I attack. And I have Sympathy, which says every time I do a magic attack, I go ahead and heal. So it is pretty handy. It works out well. And then this suit gives everybody on the team infiltrator bonuses if I attack a tactician. And the Master Sword, the Devourer, the Neuropurge, it is a fantastic set of gear, because the Neuropurge actually sets up the the Master Sword to do a good job. Executioner protected against the stun over there. But I don't think... Ooh, okay. Executioner's getting mad. Executioner's still protecting. This could be a rough battle. We will see what happens. I'm going to try to get everybody bleeding so that the Devourer can start doing some work. It's been a long time since I've seen that little pop from Destroyer over there. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. This does not look good. I think this is going to go on for infinity. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm not actually too sure what caused that. I'm glad it ended. I'm surprised that it did. So let's show you some more of the features that are working in the beta. Let's call in a... first, we'll actually use the inventory. So you can see that heal is working. Now we'll call in a distress call. Havoc is pretty cool. We can take that. The Devourer assisting because we're going after bleeding target. Sif is going to get close quarters combat. The Frostkeeper might actually bleed out. Destroyer is bleeding. Goofy is aware of that. People who have bleeding immunities and some other immunities, they are not working particularly well at the moment, but he does know about it. There are some characters who are not supposed to bleed that are, in fact, bleeding. Destroyer's extra turns don't seem to be going too bad. Yeah. See, I don't think the Devourer is supposed to be bleeding, so these extra... I don't think Destroyer is supposed to be bleeding, so these extra Devourer attacks are not to scale. And he bled out. That is kind of amusing. Alright, so we are now at a spinner. Each one of these are going to be weighted properly. It looks like I got the baton, which could be cool because it is a golden weapon. I'm going to go ahead and pop over to my inventory really quick to see what that scroll was that I got on the lockboxes. I think it is. I honestly do think it is the one that does the bleeding. You can see here on my cheat save, the inventory is rather robust. Is that the Gaunt Caress? No, that can't... it's Fist of Colossus. Okay. Gaunt Caress was much, much later in the game. That was the Apocalypse Spec Ops. Yep, Binding Contract. It causes bleeding on the enemy, but it causes bleeding on the agent. Good for certain demon set gear, and also good with the Mystic because you can hold off the bleeding for a turn. So, I said I was going to hold off on Omega Sentinel a little bit, and I will show you why. We're going to go and pick a really easy mission over here. And we will go ahead and bring in Omega Sentinel. I hope you guys are ready for a little bit of a nostalgia trip over here. Light the enemy team on fire. They should ignite. See, Dizzy, Bane, and Sin, you are supposed to see that. However, this Dark Pack, ACC off, Defense off, Ava off, those are the ones you're not supposed to be seeing. They are background calculations that are never supposed to be exposed to the user, which is you and I. That's all behind the scenes stuff. Oh, Enchanted Crowbar is also very good in this setup, because it is a opportunistic weapon, just like the Master Sword and Neuropurge. So on my agent's turn, I'm going to go ahead and pass. And yes, this part, this is a little numbing here to watch these, but this is something that should be fixed when Beta 6 drops. In terms of Beta 6, there is no ETA as of yet. The team would like to get it within the first quarter of 2024, which is what we are in now. However, that is a hope, and they do not have any specific dates, nor do they have any guarantees. So if you remember, Omega Sentinel starts off in her Scrapper form. She tends to miss quite often. Her accuracy does seem to be a bit trash. But you'll notice there it said extra turn. But in reality, not really. And then she gets it. And she also is not getting her close quarters combat properly. So as of right now, it's nice to see Omega Sentinel. It's nice to hear some of her sound effects again and watch some of her animations. But she is very, very buggy. Because once she starts going with her turns, she doesn't... She's very selfish. She doesn't want to give them up. None of the protocol switchers actually work. And she keeps going and going and going. Even if you pass her turn, even if you recharge, she just keeps going. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you kind of want to make sure your team can carry the battle with her being strange, because she's not doing a lot of damage, and also she misses a lot. If she's got bleeds on her or something, she's going to wind up bleeding out and dying. So I would highly recommend, until further notice, to stay away from Omega Sentinel's lockboxes and don't try to unlock her unless we know it is fixed by Beta 6, because right now she is not working particularly well. So we're going to go ahead and get her trained up, which will be fast. So now she should have... Let's actually try her again in combat, because now she legitimately has her level 2. So let's see if she starts performing a little bit better. By the way, here's Satana's level 1, and you can see it's going to do a lot of damage. It's also fun to watch. The animation is fun. The sound effects are fun. Satana has always been a pleasure to operate in combat. Not because she has boob windows. The only thing is, as of right now, like I said, it makes combat a little bit slow. All right, we're going to pass, and we're going to see what Omega Sentinel does now. We're going to see if her turn order bugs get fixed now that she's level 2. We can try to switch to a tactician and go after... I think one of these is a blaster. The center one is a blaster. So we'll see what happens. It looks like it's still going to be bugged because they still have the same kind of icon. Now, if her level 1 ability changes, then we know she's actually effectively changed. No, okay. And we don't have a blaster, but nope. Her switcher does not seem to work. So it is confirmed that, at least as of right now, Omega Sentinel is a little bit crazy. She can take turns for infinity. However, she cannot go for infinity because her stamina will run out. But you can recharge it, and then she just keeps going. On the stream, we've joked that she is a bit of an Energizer battery. At least she's critting, so that makes combat a little bit quicker. There you go. So you've seen Juggernaut, you've seen Omega Sentinel, you've seen Satana, and you have seen Magneto. Let me tell you, with the exception of Omega Sentinel, the Lockbox reformed villains are doing quite good. They are an absolute blast to play in combat. Playing with Satana again is just tons of fun, because she's doing a lot of damage. Juggernaut seems to be doing a bucket load of damage himself. And again, here is a little bit more of a preview of some of the heroes that you're going to be seeing when Beta 6 drops. You have fan favorite Quicksilver, Ghost Rider, and Deadpool, Cable, who was known for being really good in early PvP, Hercules with the massive damage he does from column down, regular stock beast, Valkyrie. Tiger was always fun to play. Psylocke, one of my all-time favorites. Havoc, another community favorite. Captain Britain, also a fairly big community favorite. I've always loved Pym because his army of ants shuts down infiltrators because of off balance, and that's always really handy when somebody can shut down their counter class. Black Knight, who I can't wait to use with the Devour and other slashing attacks. Union Jack. Wonder Man is an absolute slog to level. We've got Rescue, who's a slog to level. We'll have Red Hulk, who of course is a blast. Constrictor, Angel, and then finishing off with Damon Hellstrom. So there you go, guys. There's another little bit of a preview for what's coming up in Beta 6. Again, no ETA on the beta yet. It is not accessible to the general public, but I will make sure all the links are down there in the video description. Hope you enjoyed the video, everybody, and have a absolutely wonderful start to 2024.